All right, you are welcome to
Right.
United and Everything Football Podcast. For most of you, or for almost all of you, I believe this is a very, very familiar script. I mean, it's a script that you are used to. Over the past 12 years, you have been used to seeing Manchester United play very well in one big game and then go to another game and play as if nothing is at stake or football has never been played ever before. That is Manchester United. I'm sure you are disappointed, and I feel it. I feel your disappointment because we all are very disappointed. Given the way the game went last week, everyone expected that United will go into this Fulham game, show that same energy, and then do something extraordinary. But it looks as if we are not still departing from the old United we've seen in the last 12 years. I'm here with Kwame and Chubu to discuss this game. We'll go into it in depth as much as possible to break it down for you to also enjoy everything that you watch. But you also watched the game, you watched it. So drop your comments in the comment section. But for those of you who have not subscribed yet, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a new episode, you'll be notified so you join in and don't miss the very good things we do here. For you, remember to pause the video, like it, like the videos and share with your friends. It's very, very important. Kwame, how are you doing?
Before we get into any business, I have a song request. Roxon, I think our Kelly is in jail now, so I don't know whether he would have any copyright rights or
We
anything
will have
on YouTube.
the fact that he's in jail doesn't mean
I'll still make the request anyway. Just play. The storm is over.
I can sing for you.
Oh, then sing. If you have copyright.
Over now. I can feel the
Oh, give more lyrics.
Charlie, what's
Anyway.
Yeah.
I was told the storm is over.
Yeah.
But we've opened our account with 011. Does anybody know what 011 is? It's not a code. It's not a code for a country. It's not +233. It is Amorim's league record this season. But it dates all the way back to last season.
Yeah.
It's been 7 wins, 7 draws, and 15 losses out of 29 league games since Amorim took charge. He's won 28 points from the 29 games. He has less league points than he's actually managed football games. And here we are.
Yes.
I'm sure fans are going back and forth. Is it the manager or the players? Yeah. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Stand still.
Yeah.
How many games did I say I'm giving this manager last
five
this
games.
season?
5 games. Are you still sticking by that?
Do I change? Do I ever change, Kwame?
You don't change.
Exactly. I don't flinch.
You don't change.
It's because I've seen enough.
Yeah.
You can buy this manager £400 million worth of players. And there are certain things that I have seen that I know if he doesn't change, won't change.
You know, before you go into it, let me make a quick turnaround. When I come back, we will get into it. We'll get Kwame talking, and then I'll share a few thoughts as well here on United and Everything Football. We'll be right back after this. All right, so thank you very much. We're right back. You are welcome back. Charlie, I'm even confused. You're welcome back to United and Everything Football Podcast. Kwame.
Roxy shouldn't cut this pass. Where do we start? The lineup, yeah?
Yeah, as usual. Yeah. People were crying why there wasn't Sesko and all of those things.
Yeah. It was almost the same lineup as we did start the game against Arsenal. I told you that against Arsenal, I expected him to start Diallo, but against weaker opposition, he's going to go Gango full throttle. So Amad Diallo was the only change from the lineup. We didn't start with the center forward. We have 2 center forwards who are fit now, but we didn't start with any. And we've said countless times, you've studied this manager's apparent formation and system without a center forward. It's flawed.
So we started this game like a house on fire. We thought we were going to run Fulham ragged from the get-go. First 15 minutes were on top, very reminiscent of how we performed against Arsenal. Cunha had a couple of chances. Shots came off the post. He should have scored, in my opinion. We're looking good for the first 15 minutes. And then the game turned on its head onwards and it became a basketball affair. Fulham also had good opportunities to score. Let's not make it look as if the first half was all Man United. But the biggest concern for Manchester United all throughout the first half was set pieces. Atabende can now pass the ball out of the back, but he looks like a useless person in goal when it comes to corners. We could have considered 4 goals from corners in that first half. Every single corner was a problem. Every single one of them. It was ridiculous at a point. We just can't defend set pieces. And at the end of the day, despite all the coaches' inefficiencies and the goalkeepers' inefficiencies and all that, we have a set piece coach amongst our staff, Fernandez. What's he doing? Because this set piece thing is not this season's problem. It's from last season, and it hasn't been cured. It's all come down to coaching at the end of the day. Offensively, we didn't look secured from minute 15. It was chaotic, but the best way to describe our performance then was chaotic. Very reminiscent of a lot of things that we saw last season, despite the fact that we had 2 brand new forwards whom everybody was praising last week, but all of a sudden from minute 15, they look lost. Mbumo was marshaled out of the game by Bassi. Cunha disappeared after 15 minutes, and Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the park was giving the ball away as often as we claim that he will give the ball away. You see, the thing is, this Bruno Fernandes Casemiro thing, no matter what anybody says, they can give you the sporadic good game like you see against an Arsenal. But we all know it's not a fit for the Premier League.
Absolutely.
Fulham were outnumbering us in midfield and just running behind our midfield. Whenever our defense stepped up, they weren't close enough to our midfield to close up the space. It was just an eyesore. We fortunately got a penalty after some melee in the box when Bassi brought down Mount. Mount, for me, was the best of our front three. Everything stuck with Mason Mount. But for 1 or 2 crucial passes he didn't make, I think he was excellent, especially on the ball.
Yeah,
he got thrown onto the ground in the box, and the decision went to VAR. Manchester United got lucky. I told you, Kwame, the last time, these decisions, they're always going to be, they balance out.
Cancel each other out.
They always cancel each other out. Yeah. So we got a rub of the green there. But Bruno Fernandes skied the penalty. It's sort of encapsulated his performance in the first half. And you know when the thing about Bruno Fernandes is when something goes wrong, it becomes a cascade.
Yeah.
Everything then seems to go wrong because he starts to try too hard. Lack of positional discipline, lack of concentration when he had possession. A lot of things Bruno did today wasn't right. Yeah. First half comes to a close and it's 0-0. And you're thinking that we would come back into the second half strong. But the irony is, I told you, I've been telling you this now about Amorim and other managers in the league. Managers stick and they learn and they adapt. And they're able to think on the fly and make changes. Right from the blast to the whistle in the second half, Marco Silva clearly had made some changes in the game and then took the game to us. And it was all Fulham for like the first 10 minutes of the first half. Little credit to Amorim for reacting to that by bringing on Manuel Ugarte and Shesko by 52, 53 minutes thereabouts. Because I think Casemiro was compromised by a yellow card in the first.
No, the first change was Dalot and Shesko. Then later on Manuel.
Dalot and Shesko. Oh God, I wish half of those changes didn't happen because Dalot coming on for Ahmad. And let me just talk a bit about the Ahmad Mbumo thing. It needs work because it wasn't working in that first half. It wasn't. But the thing is, bringing on Dalot doesn't seem to be the solution to that problem either. You get what I'm saying? Because Dalot, it's almost like as if he didn't get off the bench or he didn't warm up enough to come and play the football game because it was
all over the place
that whole period. And his inefficiencies or his lack of concentration or whatever that's called is what led to Fulham getting the equalizer. Yeah. We're under pressure, ball is cleared, and I don't know what he was trying to do with his poor control. But this is not the first time we've seen this from Dalot.
Yeah.
And he gives the ball away, and Bruno fails to track and one of the substitutes that Fulham had just made in Smith Rowe, very quick, he just came off the bench. I think that was probably his first touch. And then he scores and then there's 1-1. Dalot keeps making silly mistakes that keep getting us in trouble. But on the other end, what did our coach do? He brought on Shesko, right? And then he moved Mason Mount to play alongside Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. At the point in time, we had a box midfield of 4-10s of Mbumo, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Mount trying to control the football game for us when we had lost control of the football game. Those substitutions didn't make sense to me. I was like, now you have all these tools, and now you don't even know how to use the tools. It didn't take long before he then brought on Ugarte to try and establish a bit of balance. But by then, the game was already a sensual ding-dong affair. The person he should have prioritized changing in midfield was our captain, because our captain had a shocker for about 60, 70 minutes, and yet he was still on the football pitch. Bruno Fernandes, if he's not playing high up, playing in the number 10 position, which is his best position, almost creative force in his best position, he can be a danger to our own team. But him being captain, I think he just decided to stick with him through thick and thin, even when he's playing poorly. He should have sacrificed Bruno then, right? And brought in Kobe Mainoo. At least establish some proper balance in the central midfield. But he did not do that. So despite even bringing on Ugarte later, we still didn't have... Ugarte doesn't spell control. When you bring on Ugarte, it's not about control, it's about winning. But you needed a bit of control in the football game at that point in time. But our coach did not make the right substitutions. Shesko looked lost. I'll be honest with you. He looks like he is a yard off. He looks like he needs time. He's not ready yet. And that's the thing about... We talk about not bringing in Premier League ready players. Sometimes they need to adapt. And that is, I think, where we are now. Probably that's why he didn't start. But if you have two strikers in Shesko and Zexi, one of them can start, another can come on in the second half. Your system doesn't work properly without a striker. So why don't you start one, the other plays one half, and another comes to finish off the other half? He didn't do that. And in trying to chase the game and win the game late, this is where another flaw in Amorim comes to the fore. Sometimes you have to change the system to be able to try and win the football game.
Correct.
You've seen Thomas Frank play different systems in different games from the Super Cup and up until the third Premier League game, using the different type of players that he has at his disposal based on what he actually requires. You need a goal. You have Zexi on the bench. He can play a 9.5 behind Shesko, right? If you are bold enough to even change the system to a 4-4-1-1, a 4-4-2, you can play two strikers, but instead, because he wants to be loyal to his system, a system that I'm telling you that he's not doing it because he just wants to establish a base. It's because he lacks the depth and knowledge to do anything else.
Correct.
He instead brought in two different centre backs in Maguire and Heaven to try and win the football game. You don't change anything in terms of structure or tactics. These are world-class managers in the Premier League. If you're not going to do something unpredictable, everything that you are doing is expected and too predictable and too easy to play against or defend. And so you're just hoping that Maguire gets at the end of some set pieces. And he got to the end of one of those in the form of a corner, should have scored, but didn't score. But we could easily have considered at the other end as well. It was a seesaw game. Just end to end. And that's not the kind of game you want to see. We did not control the football game. We did not play possession-based football for over 75 minutes of that game. It was just same old. And I cannot put the blame on players. I'm not going to do that. We've spent over £200 million on a brand new attack that can't score a goal. Right from preseason, we've been waiting for these people to score. I don't want it to get to the point where the players that we've even bought, fans would then start turning on these players and start calling these players poor. Because the manager is not managing them properly. This is what is going on. It's the fact.
I won't buy that, because for how long are we going to keep blaming players? For how long? For how long are we going to keep blaming players? Because it's gotten to a point where we started blaming players as far back as 2014. Right? You've blamed players as far back, and the players have changed. As I speak to you, if we should do an in-depth analysis of the players that are left today, let's go as far back as even Ole. A lot has changed from that time till now. A lot has really changed. So
I keep telling you, people say use the term players so loosely, but it's not even the same group of players.
It's not.
We've made radical changes over the past couple of years, especially over the past 12 months. Yet, under you, we are not seeing radical change. It's just seeing sporadic performances. Comes back to the whole Roy Keane arguments that we were making just a few days ago. What would Roy Keane be thinking now in the studio?
I said it.
Get my point. If you're not consistent in giving me a run of performances, and you just give me that one sporadic performance, which even ended in a defeat, what should I get excited about?
I get it.
Are you excited now? You're frustrated. You're sad. There are a lot of fans who were upbeat, but now they are all sad.
Well, of course. If you remember, last week I sounded that caution when I were doing the analysis here, that the real test is not this particular Arsenal game, because we have seen last season under Amorim, we went to Anfield and we nearly won, but for that last minute miss by Zegzi, that cross from Zegzi, sorry, how do you call it?
Harry Maguire.
We should have won that game.
Harry Maguire didn't finish off.
We went to City, we beat them 2-1, right? Arsenal had to take a set piece at the Emirates to score us 2-0. We went there again in the FA Cup to beat them. What else? Arsenal came to Old Trafford. We should have won that game. City came, we drew 0-0. So it's not about the big games. It's never about that. They find a way to show up. But it's always about the Fulhams. It's always about the Brightons. It's always about the West Hams. It's always about those games that there is a huge expectation for you to win, to dominate and win that game. What changed my view last week a bit concerning that was the way we dominated Arsenal. So I felt, okay, things probably will be changing. So a lot of people went into this game with some huge expectations. But I was still checking myself. Because it is still Manchester United. And you need a run of games to convince yourself that, okay, the tide is really changing. I saw all of us. I saw a lot of people, bring on Fulham, even our own account. Let's play Fulham the next day. Just to whip up. I mean, you get it. The excitement was there.
Here we are. I guess perhaps if we signed Baleba, I'm sure he would have won this game. Or what do you think?
What difference would that have made?
Thank you very much. This is the problem. See, if he doesn't improve drastically as a coach of Manchester United, last year I used to make this reference that he's too young. Yeah, he's just 40 years old. And he hasn't coached long enough. And this club is huge. It can easily swallow you. Yeah. As we speak now, he's more Andres Villas-Boas than the Jose Mourinho. If you look at his record.
That's the fact.
Certain circumstances are the reasons why he still has the job and will probably still have the job over the next few months. I'm saying next few months because there is no guarantee. The Ineos that I know, that we know has been managing this, they will not sit there and throw the season away.
No, they won't.
They will not. I gave him 5 games. You can stretch it to 10, 15, but you can't keep on defending mediocrity.
Yeah.
He has to start winning football games. Yeah. He has to. If he doesn't win football games, he should go so that somebody else can come and take on this good crop of players and manage them better. I don't have anything else to add.
Well, it's a very, very interesting how do you call it? Analysis from Kwame, where for those who follow this channel, I mean, you would know that we do talk a lot about these things. It might be sounding so familiar to you in your ears because at work, there's this gentleman at my workplace who is also a United fan that I met. We're having a chat at work and he asked the question, what is the problem? And he started raving about and talking about the problems and all of that. And I keep saying to everybody who comes with why United is where we are, whatever reason you are given, you are right. That's all I keep saying. Because go and attack a coach, you are right. Go and attack Ineos, you are right. Attack players, yeah, you are right. Because what Dalo did in conceding, making us concede that goal, I don't really get it. I can't. How do you explain that? All of these things have been there, and you see, what it does is that if you have all these talks, if you have all these, I mean, I've listened to the coach speak, I've listened to players talk, and you don't back it with results. I had a little conversation with Kwame this morning where we listened to a video from Amorim where he talked about controlling narratives and all of that, and a few things with a Sky Sports reporter, and I was sort of making sense out of it. But Kwame came and brought me back online, or brought me back on track, saying that all these talks, it has happened before. The things that Amorim is doing, it has been done before. LVG came with a whole lot of lecture, and then if I remember Mourinho bringing players' names and things up just to illustrate a point, just to dispel the narrative. But the whole point is, the less wins you have, the more the narrative grows. And absolutely nothing quenches that narrative. If you win, it covers a lot of things. It also gives the team that level of confidence to be able to attack and do things a lot more better. And as it stands, no matter what you are putting in place behind the scenes, if you don't find a way to win football games, it will turn against you, it will turn against the players, and then that is where everything spirals, and then it becomes so bad at some point. And then the whole team begin to lose themselves. It's like Kwame, it's like this. You are. I'll give an example of my own weight loss journey. I told people I've gone through this whole weight loss journey for 5 times. And people ask why. It gets to a point I'm seeing results. Then after 1 or 2 bad decisions or seeing certain things, I eat one junk food or the other, and I'm like, oh, let me join. Before you realize, it spirals
out of control.
You become more huge than you were previously, right? That is how it is. They are humans. When they are unable to win a game, when they are unable to be properly coached to win a game, and then they begin to read all those things coming from social media. Now the Amorim stats have gone around again. What Kwame read, play 29 games, and then had amassed 28 points. 7 wins, 7 draws, 14 or 15 losses in the Premier League.
He should take notes and come and explain to journalists why this is so, and be pointing
exactly.
out. Nothing will make sense.
It won't make sense. It won't make sense until that time. And those pictures are going around. And the players will see it. If they don't see it, friends or their representatives will see it and be showing it to them. Right? That is how you do things. There is a mental stage of the work that has to be done. And that starts from winning a game, because winning breeds confidence. When you win a game.
Now, my major concern is if you can't improve players, because he hasn't improved a whole lot of players, at least then don't make them look worse than they actually are.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You have to find a way to improve players. You have to find a way. Last week we were here, we were happy with the way they display. We're like, oh, it was the same players and just a few things. But well, some of us have to tread on the path of caution. And this is where we are right now. Now we have a game against Grimsby in the Carling Cup, or the Carabao Cup, sorry. A competition that has gone through a lot of names, from Carling to Capital One and now Carabao. Coming up midweek, where we would have to find a way to be able to, win. Those cup competitions.
Last season, we beat a certain team 7-0 in the first round.
And then we went into another league game, and then we were just all over the place.
If he beats Grimsby 7-0, Onyeshi, he's not done anything. He's not done anything, Kwame. He's not done anything. He's been predictably poor again. I don't know. He has to drastically do something.
He has to do something. The ball is in his court.
If he scores 20-0, it means absolutely nothing.
The ball is in his court. The ball is finally in his court. Amorim have to find a way around his situation, because you can't. You see, there are some people that come against some of us when we mention him in the comment section. I respect that. So the opinion is very respectful and all of that. But you see, just carefully analyze the whole thing. The buck stops with the coach, okay? Like I initially stated, the players that have gone through, that we are seeing, have gone through changes a lot. He has a brand new attack. Those of you who are saying, "Oh, it's not a player, it's not a player." He has Sesko. He could have played him, but he said he's easing things out to ensure that there is no pressure on the boy and all of that. He has Brian Mbumo. He has Mateus Cunha. Or now you are going to blame Ineos for not giving him a midfielder. Just that. Anyway, Kwame, we can go on and 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 on, and we'll be here. I don't know where we take this, but how let's quickly do a preview because we won't come back with another video before the Capital One Cup. I mean, how do you think we should approach that game? Is it time to try new things? Because definitely, I think
he has to give. Kobe Mainoo and the likes have to play.
Yeah.
Whatever is with 60, he has to play.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to give those who are not playing now some bit of game time for us to see if they can offer him something different. But my problem is, we'll win that game. We'll win and probably win it comfortably.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably end up struggling against Burnley at home.
Yeah.
That's the issue. I'm not overly concerned about this Grimsby game.
Well, I know, but I just want to know. I just want to know. I mean, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to try new things. I mean, what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
Kwame is not going to try any new things. See, the problem with Amorim is he's playing the same players in the same system, the same structure, and doesn't change anything. The Grimsby coach, but for a lack of quality of his players, he knows exactly what Amorim is going to do from minute 1 to minute 20, minute 90. The thing is, see, even if he's making changes but per position and not per structure or tactic. So everything is just going to be the same old. Ball is going to move from side to side, blah, blah, blah. Ideally, what you would wish for, what you would want to take out of the game the most is that our newbies score goals. You want to see Sesko probably come on and score or start and score. You want to see Cunha and Mbumo get on the score sheet. At least bring their attack so that it can take some pressure off, because that's what is happening. Pressure is just building and building and building. And if they don't score before the international break, it's another 2 weeks of a lot of people writing negative stories about Manchester United, blah, 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 blah. That's what this thing is building up to. You're building up to a toxic situation where if you don't win games, international break will be filled with 2 weeks of rumors and negativity. You get what I'm saying? So beat Grimsby, find a way of beating Burnley. Let's just take a break. Transfer window will be over and everything will just calm down a bit, and then we go again after the international break. That's just what this is all about.
We are signing a goalkeeper as things stands.
Thank God.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on what we are trying to do? Let's round it up with that. And
let's not pretend that we all know something great about Lamens and he's like the best thing since fried rice or sliced bread or cheese. We don't know anything about him, but he's a goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper and it's going to cost quite a bit. And the thing is, we want a goalkeeper right now because the two main goalkeepers that we have are not good enough. So if he's coming in to offer competition to Onana, it's great. I mean, I have this theory, I'm telling you, that there's going to be a coup. Ultimately, Onana would have to go for the AFCON. And by the time that he's back, he won't be number one for Manchester United. This is our route to getting both goalkeepers out of the club. Hopefully, we'll bring Vitek back next summer and then we'll have 2 new goalkeepers, get rid of both Banyede and Onana and just move on from there. But right now, with this coach,
I'm just seeing something here. How long it took each of the big 6 managers to win consecutive Premier League games. And Slot, 2 games. Pep Guardiola, 2 games. Thomas Frank, 2 games. Enzo Maresca, 5 games. Mikel Arteta, 9 games. Ruben Amorim hasn't achieved this in 29 Premier League games.
There is no. He himself said this. I'm not the one who said this. So he himself said it, that there wouldn't be any big manager who would have performed this badly, especially last season,
and still be kept in the job.
I quoted it last season, but he himself even repeated it.
Yeah.
But here's the case where he's even started this season poorly again. There is no big club in the world who will tolerate this manager being there this long. See, there are a lot of people who go like back the manager, back the process. The process doesn't necessarily have to be stick with one manager, even when the manager is so horrible and so poor. The process is the process. The manager is part of the process.
Yeah.
And if you have to change the manager in the process, you change the manager in the process.
Yeah.
This thing cannot continue for the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then we'll just turn a blind eye and go like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Trust me, there are top managers who will come into this job, top managers, I mean top managers come into this job and do wonders for this squad that we have. Playing a totally different system, a different formation, a different ideology altogether. It's still, what he's doing is still and it's boring. You know this. But you watching this, you know this.
Yeah. Rashford said something. Says we don't stick to a plan. We keep changing plans. I don't know what you make of that. It's one of the criticisms.
No, the plan. That's why I said, if you listen to what I'm saying, the plan, the process, this is the plan.
Okay.
Having the manager doesn't mean that without the manager, the plan can't continue. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
What Rashford was saying, if you pay close attention to what he was saying, he mentioned the fact that there is a way that Manchester United used to play, and that even transcended all throughout the academy.
Yeah.
So much so that when you're even bringing an academy boy in, he doesn't have to go through any different process. He knows how we're going to play. It's a process. That's the plan. We're all part of it. So here's the case where Ineos may have a plan. This is the plan. This is how we want to play. This is our game model. This is the kind of players that we are buying, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you take out a poor manager and you put in another manager who you think fits that plan, the plan hasn't changed. It's just the manager who has changed. He wants to play. Sacking certain players doesn't mean that the plan all of a sudden changed. It's just a continuation of the plan.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? So my point to you is, and to everybody else is, the process doesn't stop when the manager has to change. The process can continue with a different manager who has the same ideology of playing possession-based football, playing attacking football, and will be more creative and be more dynamic than this manager actually is. I don't like the fact that this manager is not dynamic. I don't like it. I actually hate it. I despise it.
Yeah.
This is not my club. What I'm saying, this is not Manchester United football. It is alien. We're just hoping. All of us, we're just hoping that it works. I might eat my words. I might eat all these words if he is able to drastically turn it around. But Kwame, I keep telling you that until I see it, I don't think I can believe it. It's just the harsh reality of stuff. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough.
Just the harsh reality. All right, Kwame, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being a part of the podcast. We hope it wasn't a depressing listening or a depressing watch. We hope you enjoyed it. And that it is what it is. But we'll be here after the Grimsby game. I don't know if that's the name, Grimsby. Yeah. I'll be here after that game where we will discuss everything that happens. I'm sure we'll be winning that game. So it will look a lot more
slightly upbeat, yeah?
Yeah, slightly.
Hopefully not for a short time.
Anyway, so remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Very soon. We got a sponsor. Very soon.
Oh yeah, good news, yeah. Yes, but we need more.
We need more. So we'll be launching our sponsor very, very soon. So please, when we come to launch them, patronize them. That's the little you could do for us. It's very, very important. All right. So at the appropriate time, we'll unveil the sponsor who has decided to join the brand United and Everything Football. My name is Kwame. I was here with Kwame. Remember to leave a comment in the comment section. Remember to also like the videos, share with your friends, and also, continue to be with us. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. We've been going through this in the last 12, 13, 14 years, but it is what it is. All right. So we'll be right back after the game against Grimsby, where we'll be discussing everything. My name is Kwame. His name is Kwame. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great time. Bye-bye.